Hi, my name is Ingrid Houghton. Do you lead a very stressful life? Do you sometimes wonder, wow, I wish how other people are so much more relaxed than I am? Well, if that's the case, in this video, I'll give you 3 tips how you can overcome that. What happens when we're stressed? And what exactly is stress? So many people have so many definitions, but at the end of the day, it's actually 4 things that happen within our body. Stress is an environment or a situation that we can't control. Humans have just this incredible desire to control and to know where things go. And when that doesn't materialize, what happens then? Have you ever asked yourself? Well, 4 things happen within our own bodies. The first thing is that it creates an emotion. Usually it's dissatisfaction, frustration, anger, just a bit of I wish I could change this. The second thing that happens is that we go into this fight or flight mode. Just imagine a boxer in a corner trying to think, right, what am I going to do with my opponent? I'm either going to punch very hard or I'm just going to duck.
It was carnage. It was absolute carnage. And
the third thing that happens is your body reacts to this combination and it just tightens and it kind of puts you in a bit of a box. And the reason why you are in this box is because it just feels safe. It feels like if you can control this particular box that you're in, then nothing bad will happen. And the fourth thing that happens is that this entire combination of mind, body, and actually the response generates a recirculation of that story, of that particular situation. So you start to focus very hard on what has happened, because your box is actually quite limited at this point in time. So you start to mull it over and over and over again, and it just generates more and more feeling of stress, of dissatisfaction, of anger, and it just goes in and out the whole time. So what can you do? It's actually quite simple. There are 3 things that if you apply those, then your entire life just changes. The first thing is actually to start having a bit of a mental health program. Mental health program is a sequence of events that you should apply on a daily basis to basically just change who you are. People who are not stressed because they have a certain way of approaching situations. The reason why you are stressed is because your approach has some gaps that need fixing. So what is this approach? The first thing that you should do is take a step back. Something has happened to you. Instead of reacting straight away, take a step back and just breathe. Yeah, try it now. Just think, right, I'm gonna breathe in and I'm gonna breathe out. And I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out again. And the entire time, just focus on your breathing. Focus on yourself. Because what happens is that instead of focusing on that one situation, you focus on you. And then that feeling of frustration, of dissatisfaction, whatever feeling it has caused, you allow it to just kind of flow through your entire body. The second thing is observe. Instead of reacting straight away, observe the other person. If there's a person that has done something, observe the situation. If you're stuck in traffic, traffic is absolutely impossible, you can't get through and you really need to go somewhere and you have an appointment or a meeting, if you just start breathing and then observe what happens, then you have a better grasp of, are you really going to be late? Or is this something that's momentary? Is it really going to create a very, very urgent situation for you that you need to address? Because the reality is that when you start observing things rather than reacting, then your body immediately has a way of assessing. It's kind of like a program. It just takes in all the data that you give it, and it starts to think, right, well, if this happens, then I'm gonna be in position X. If that happens, then I'm gonna be in position Y. Because really what we are, we're just programs, and we're programmed to react in a certain way. So by taking step one, which is breathing, and kind of taking a step back, is you detach yourself from the situation. The second thing is that you just observe it, and then you start coming up with solutions which actually might be more beneficial. Because what happens is you give yourself some time. You give your body, your mind some time to come up with a solution. Your body, your mind some time. When you're stuck in a box, you can't come up with many solutions. But actually, when you decide, well, I'm not going to be in this box, I'm actually just going to allow things to flow naturally. And the third thing that is so important is just accept it. You don't need to control anything. Maybe things will sort themselves out. I mean, who knows? Maybe the entire situation will just turn around and you'll be in a completely different position tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Maybe everything will just flip upside down. It's really that simple. It is a way of reprogramming your mind and deciding to open a new door and just have a different reaction to uncomfortable, frustrating, annoying situations and people and events in our lives that just cause us sometimes so much grief. Yeah, just apply this. 1, breathe. 2, detach yourself and observe. And 3, just accept how things are. Because when you accept, you relax. And then naturally things have a way of just sorting themselves out. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe. Send me some comments. Tell me about other events that have happened in your life, or maybe you have applied this. It's really important to do it every single day. The mental health program is so important because the more you do it, the more you practice it. The more you actually have the ability to apply it, even when faced with just immensely difficult environments. Thank you for listening. See you next time.